Namaste. It is a great joy to be with you this morning and to share this time of meditation together. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was Om. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was Om. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was Om. C'est impossible. How is this possible? How is it possible that there was a beginning when we live in the ever-present now? We live in eternity. Consciousness without beginning, without ending. What happened? How is there a beginning for the Word? Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men could not put Humpty Dumpty back together again. Humpty Dumpty, the egg of existence, the one. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, and Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. The wall was a wall between the timeless realm and the time, the realm of time. And Humpty Dumpty fell into Kala, fell into time. Thus, you and I fell into time. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall between the timeless realm and the time realm and fell into time. Very important. But all the king's horses, you have to think of who is the king and what do the horses symbolize. The horses symbolize Sagittarius. The king, of course, is the King Leo, Leon, the Sun King. Once Humpty Dumpty falls into time, they cannot unify again. And so you and I were stuck, right? We have fallen into Kala, fallen into time. And thus we are bound by the rules of karma, the laws of karma, the laws of time as it unfolds in our lives. Now, time is not, what's the word I want to use here? It's not identical at all times for all people. And you know this from your primary experience. You know, you've had the experience of being in time where it seems like everything goes so fast. You know, you're doing something you really enjoy, and it's in time, and then it's over with. It's run so fast, you know. You see your loved ones and they run so fast, and it seems as if time speeds up. But then there's the time that drags on and on and on and on. You know, where you're looking at the watch, looking at the watch, looking at the watch. And that 30 seconds seems like it's an eternity that you have been living. Time, thus, is expandable and contractible. Expandable and contractible. Expandable and contractible with your breath, with your awareness. with your attunement to the sun center, your consciousness, to your breath. Now, what happens? Our title this morning, our theme this morning is 10,000 things. From the one, 10,000 things. How do we return to the one? For when Humpty Dumpty, when you, when I, when we fell into time, we shattered open the unity, the unification between within us, the unification of our consciousness shattered open. And in that shattering, there was a splintering. And all of the 10,000 things began to manifest. These beautiful 10,000 things. And what might they be? Well, take a look at the bookshelves behind me, and you will see the beginning of the 10,000 things, the beginning of the ideas, the 10,000 ideas. You will see the art, the sculpture, the 10,000 creations. And so we live our lives chasing these 10,000 things, chasing for the next book that's going to bring us richness, the next experience that's going to bring us happiness, the next interaction, the next piece of music, the next piece of art, the next dance, the next piece of theater, or if you like, the next nice dress or the next nice car. But the 10,000 things have a time gate to them. And your joy, your pleasure from these things, it is very ephemeral. It does not last. It is limited. And so in the timeless realm, you begin to see and begin to experience a sense of dissatisfaction, a sense that there is something other than this, something other than striving for one of the 10,000 things. And in time, you find your way to some tradition, to some path in which you seek to unify the splintered consciousness of your being. And there's a wonderful, wonderful saying from one of the Stoics, and one of the disciples brought this up at our class on Thursday, and I've been reflecting upon it quite a lot since then. And here's the saying, roughly. You would be shocked if someone left your body by the wayside to be picked up and possessed by a stranger. Find that shocking. Why then do you allow your mind to be captured by the thoughts of strangers again and again and again and again? This is the 10,000 things. The approval, the disapproval of this person or that person, the approval or disapproval of your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your culture. And it captures you. It captures you. It seizes your consciousness. Mystically, this is a very important word. And if you keep it, write it down, remember it. In time, in kala, as karma manifests, your consciousness can be seized, taken possession of. You know this, here we have the idea, the concept that you allow the thoughts of strangers to overtake your mind. And I'm going to ask you for just a minute, think of that. Just stop for a minute. Why should it matter to you what others say about your life? Why should it matter if you're walking down the street and somebody says, "Oh, I really like your shoes. Those are beautiful shoes." And a part of the ego self says, "They like my shoes." Or other people would say, "Oh, I really like your car. That's a nice car." And the ego says, "I've got good taste. They like my car." And you're distracted. You're totally distracted from your purpose in life. You're totally distracted from what you're doing, from what your goals are, because somebody has said something about you. Or like when I was in second grade, I still am seized by this thought. In second grade, somebody says to me, "You're so tall for a girl. You're so tall for a girl." It took me, 15 years to realize my body wasn't tall for a girl. I was just average size. And even if I was tall, why is that something to be seized as if it's not good? We need in our practice to recognize actions that need to be taken, to move us away from the 10,000 things back into unified consciousness, to move us away from the 10,000 things back into oneness with life, and back into focusing on the goal of your life. Whatever you choose that to be, it should be something that you set, that you know, that you wish, that you want. Your goal in life. You've already walked through a few years of your life. You've already been seized 10,000 times or more by the thoughts of others, by your own desires, your own wants, your own needs. Set yourself free. Turn inward and set yourself free. Now, this has to begin in an orderly fashion, like everything in Kriya, everything in Kriya Yoga. There's an order, a priority in which you have to make your choices, your decisions in life. And so the priority begins by saying, well, what is it that I want? She says I should want unity of consciousness. Forget her. I don't really care what she says. I want to be able to play Beethoven's Pathetique. Good goal. She says I should seek unity of consciousness. I'd like to be able to bake a good chocolate cake. Good goal. She says I should seek unity of consciousness. I want to be content and happy here and now. Good goal. But it must begin with priorities. And so you need to write down what you are seeking. And, I think I've said this again and again and again to you. But I say it from a different set of experiences now. Having walked through some challenging life karma and still not through, you need to measure. You truly need to measure where you are on your goal, where you are towards meeting your goal. It's very easy to deceive yourself. And so you may say, well, I have the goal. I want to develop this skill, this particular skill. And let's just say that the skill is that you want to develop single pointedness and to be able to focus on Om. That's it. That's what you're trying to do. My beloved, you have to measure how well you're doing that. Are you able to wake up in the middle of the night and the first thought is Om? Are you able to wake up in the morning, the first thought is Om? Are you able to turn your awareness during the day to the sun center and the first thought is Om? If not, why not? If not, how do you correct that? If not, what needs to be done to remedy the situation? Set your priority. How are you going to accomplish what you want to accomplish? If you don't, your life will go by in the blink of an eye, chasing the 10,000 things, and you'll come to the end and you'll say, I missed my chance, I missed my shot. Set the goal. And then every day you must say, what am I doing today to meet that goal? I look and see, if you're an artist, one of my beloved disciples is a very talented artist. You know something? She paints almost every single day. Sometimes of the year she's painting every day. And it's not, somebody will say, well, geez, are you out there just fooling around? She does sketches, she paints, she practices every day. Again and again and again and again and again. And if you write the word Om 10,000 times, you chant the word Om 10,000 times and you write it together, it will look differently the 10,000th time than it did the first time. But you must practice. And then you have to be discerning. Is everything that you're doing focusing towards your goal? If it's not, why are you doing it? Because it's fun? Well, that's good. That's as good a reason as any. It should be fun. Your life should be fun. But find joy, find a way to find joy in your practice. Find a way to find joy in what you are doing in your practice. And measure it. It is one thing to say, well, I can do this when my mind is alert. I can do this when my mind is feeling well. And it is an entirely different thing to say, I wonder how I'm doing when the body's not so well. I wonder how I'm doing when things aren't as clear as they should be. How am I able to focus? Maybe not as well as we'd like. So we have to keep practicing again and again and again. So where does that leave you? It leaves you having fallen into kala, into time. And I say to you now, there are many different kinds of karma. There's the karma that you were born into this life with, the karma that you brought into this life, the karma that you are living with. But there is also truly a karma that changes your life and those around you. The karma of compassion, the karma of kindness, the karma of love, the karma of sharing your talent, your time, your goodness with others. The karma of compassion for others, the karma of kindness and loving support, that you can share with others will transform your life. It will soften all of the other karmas. And thus you need to know how to live in a way that you can share that which you have, whatever spark it is you have, that you can share it with kindness, with love, with graciousness, with integrity. I got a note earlier this week from a beautiful soul who wrote to me, having received a note from someone. And let's just say the person was asking for a house blessing. There was a lot of emotionality, a lot of anger, a lot of upset. Because a circumstance had occurred in which an owner of a house had lied, had hidden, had lied about something that had occurred there, and then sold the house. And the new owners, of course, became emotional. No surprise, right? But the question that the person said to me is, can you help? And I wrote back and I said, anybody can bless this place. It's a matter of your meditative state of mind. But we should not walk into the mud and muck and mire of another person's 10,000 thoughts. We should not walk into the muck and mud and mire of the hells that rise from the unconsciousness. We should not walk into the pits. You have karma that will manifest in your life, and it will manifest in, honestly, some of it can be quite difficult. And you have to walk through it. You can't, we can't escape it all. And I remember the first time that I saw my guru have difficult earth life karma, physical karma. And I saw my param guru have physical difficulties. And I had heard stories about my param guru having physical difficulties. And it became clear to me that we all have karmic experiences that we have to live through. My guru fell on the quasset walking as he was elderly in life, and he hurt his shoulder that could not be repaired. And that simple tumble caused his body some difficulties for a number of months. And he thus had to live with that. Now, was he blessed? Did he get help? Did he get ease? Yes. But we need to recognize that if it happens to another, it can happen to us. And we need to be prepared and to take care of ourselves. So care for yourself. It is a time, as Pluto moves to the end of Capricorn, where we will see a lot of junk rising from the subconscious mind. Much gunk, much junk, much pain and suffering will come to your consciousness. Allow Lord Shiva to swallow that. Allow Lord Shiva to hold it at the Mercury chakra. Do not take it upon yourself. Turn it over to your Ishtadevata. Turn it over to the Lord. Turn it over to the divine. Seek the help that you need. You will be helped. You have the capacity to ask for help from life. You're not alone. You're never alone. And you're certainly not alone in walking the difficulties of your life. You're not alone when the tough karma comes. The powers that be are here They are helping you, they are guiding you, they are lifting you. Move then from the desiring of the 10,000 things in your life back to the desiring for only one thing. Here's the question. If you could take but one thing with you when you leave this incarnation, what would that be? What would that be? Stop. Let it come to your awareness. Write it down if you have a pen. Write it with the blue light of self-awareness. If you could take one thing with you, what would it be? And then make that the central point of your life. Make that the center of your life. Make that the bindu of all of your actions, all of your reactions, everything you're doing. That's the center. If that's what you want to take with you, how do you do that? You want to take your talent as an artist? Practice every day. You'll take your talent, there's no doubt. You want to take your talent as a musician? Practice every day. You want to be wise? Practice every day. You want to be kind? Practice every day. And allow yourself to see the truth of who you are, and where you are going. And with this, I would like to turn inward today and spend a little more time meditating, if you will. It is a joy to be with you in person. It is a joy to see your faces. But let us turn inward and ascend. Turn inward and ascend to the healing. Turn inward and ascend to meditating together. Turn inward, letting go of all of the 10,000 things, all of your wants, all of your desires. Let them go. For a moment, just be happy. Be happy in your meditation. Namaste. Now let us begin to meditate together. Sitting with your spine erect. Place your hands upon the thighs in the Om Mudra, bringing the index finger and the thumb together, pointing the remaining fingers cupped upward, pointed to the center. A double exhalation to the left. Return to the center. O Great Spirit, saints and sages of all times, of all places, O ye pathmakers of old, most beloved and precious Ishtar, Namaste. Sweep clear our paths that we might see that which needs to be done. and that we might have the strength to do that which needs to be done. Om. With the next inhalation of the breath, draw the energy from the limbs of the body to the trunk of the body using a sipping breath. Again, using the sipping breath, draw the energy from the trunk of the body to the spinal column. From the base of the spine, pull the energy up to the sun center. Moving that energy out 3 feet in front of your body, sweeping away to the left and around your body, counterclockwise. Pulling that golden light of Kriya. Surround your body with golden light, moving counterclockwise. 3 times wrap your body. In your mind's eye, ascend upward above the room you're in, above the building, above the continent, ascending as high as you are able into the high place until you reach your meditative place. See the grove of the meditators and enter into your grove. And in this spot, begin to meditate. Begin by watching your breath. Now move your attention so that you begin to breathe Hong, Sa, Kriya. Hearing the sound of the Hong on the inhalation and the Sa on the exhalation. My beloved, let the breath breathe itself. Allow the breath to breathe itself. The Hong on the inhalation, the Sa on the exhalation. Let us begin. On the next exhalation, let go of the Hong Sa. And just ask yourself how that was. You feel the joy. And now to prepare for our healing, for your healing of all your being, your healing of the karmas of the past, the karmas of the present, the karmas of the future. Your healing that will allow the powers that be to help you to soften the karma that unfolds in time and comes into your life. Ascend from your meditative place until you come to the grove with the shrine of healing. As you enter the shrine, you see that it is perfect for you. Entering into the shrine, you see that it is for you a color of healing. It's unique to you. The shrine radiates this color. And you see that as you walk to the back of the shrine, the color brightens and brightens and brightens until you are aware that everything within this shrine is filled with a light of healing. And you see a beautiful healing pond. Entering into this pond, all of the old, the difficult karmas, the old karmas, they all fade away. And you walk thus to the waterfall of healing light. The waterfall which softens the karma, which eases the karma, which vivifies you and strengthens you. With intent, walk into this beautiful healing light. Allow the waterfall of healing, the light of healing, to flow down upon your crown center. Feel the healing light pouring down upon you, feeling it radiating through every cell of your being. Feeling the difficult karmas washing away, dissolving away. Om, Om Namo. Om Namo 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 Namo. Om Namo 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 Namo. Om. Focus your attention at your sun center. Simply allow the breath to breathe itself. Allow the healing light to fill every cell of your being. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Become one with the quiet. Continue to focus at the sun center. Taking your golden pen of light, feel that Om radiating forth from your sun center. Now, when you are ready, leave the healing waterfall of light going into the shrine. Draw again the Om at your sun center. Om. And again a third time. Om. 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 And now, my beloved, leave your shrine of healing and return to your place of meditation. See the Om that thou art. See the Om in every cell of your being. Feel the Om, radiate the Om. Know that thou art that. Thou art the one. The Om, the totality of all existence. Return again and again and again and again to the Om. The 10,000 things arise, let them go, and return to the Om. Thou art that consciousness. Om. 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 Om Yam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Aim Saraswataye Namaha. Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalamyanamurtim Vavadiyan Trigunarehitam Sadgurum Tam Namame Chaitanyam Shastatam Shantam Mirakalam Nirandanam Nada Bindu Kala Titam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Dhyana Mulam Guru Murtir Pujamulam Guru Padam Mantramulam Guru Vakyam Mokshamulam Guru Kripa. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Sachat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave, Sachitananda Murtaye, Nishprapanjaya Shantaya, Miralambaya Tejase. Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Be thou blessed. Thou art blessed. Recognize your own goodness. Recognize your joy, your capacity for joy. Recognize that you are Aham Brahmasmi, that you are the one. Chase not after the 10,000 things, but focus on the one. Focus on finding again and again and again. Ananda, Ananda, Ananda. Bliss, your bliss. Thank you for the blessings of your presence. Thank you for being here with me today to share this meditative energy, to share your yoga city, your blessings, that we might be lifted, that we might lift again and again and again, and share our blessings with all of those who enter our aura. Namaste, Namaskar.